Hey guys, my name is Travis and I'm here with Precision Rifle Channel and I'm proud to introduce Janae Frehner with Janae's Got a Gun. Janae, how are you?
Great, how are you today, Travis?
Very good, thank you. So, tell us, what is Janae's Got a Gun all about?
It's a show. I'm Janae and I have a gun. I have lots of guns. And it's going to be a show that I'm going to be doing highlights of different products. I'll be doing some tutorials. I'll be doing a little bit of, I don't know, just a little teaching you this and that from someone who is not quite a pro, like pro tips from not the pro. Because as I have stated, I am not the best shooter out there. However, I'm probably having the best time. If you've ever shot with me out on the range, you either love me and participate in my shenanigans and have a good laugh, or you might want to stick a pencil in my neck to shut me up.
Well, Janae, you're always having a great time when you're out on the range. You say you're not a pro, but I would have to beg to differ. You're a phenomenal shooter.
Thank you.
You know, it's always a blast watching you out there perform and have fun. And it's whether you're having a great match or not, you're always out there with a big smile enjoying yourself. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons that people are drawn to you. With your show, you know, the female demographic is definitely growing. I mean, I would imagine you would agree with that.
Absolutely.
Where do you see females in precision rifle shooting?
I see them growing exponentially. We're definitely the minority right now, but it has come leaps and bounds. There's so many girls getting into this game. Every shoot I go to, there's more girls out there, more girls loving it. There's definitely that infatuation. They want to get out there. I think they need a little gentle push, a little nudge, maybe some tips or some, you know, basic help that seems very basic to someone that's been doing it for a while, but someone that's new, it might really give them a little help to get out there onto the range.
Well, that's phenomenal because, you know, a lot of females have different attributes or different hurdles that they have to overcome, so to speak. You know, one of them, the biggest thing, like I've seen you at different stages, different courses of fire, where you've literally had to climb on top of stuff in order to shoot over, you know, that prop or whatever it is. So, you know, I think how women approach a course of fire versus how us guys do is a little bit different.
Absolutely, and that's kind of one of the things I want to do with the show. I want to help females, especially, you know, there are some tall ones out there, but most of us are a little bit shorter. So I want to give some little tips and tricks, things that I've learned on my journey of shooting the last 4 years precision rifle. Some of the things that might help them to overcome some of those challenges that we have to make us all more successful. I've definitely learned some things that have made me more successful, and I'd like to share that knowledge on with new shooters or people that would like to shoot. You know, this will work for you. Try this. It's going to do this for you, and it's one of those things that maybe they'll be like, oh, I can do this now. Thank you. So that's kind of one of my goals. Yes.
So about gear, you know, I think we can agree most gear is designed for that male demographic.
Absolutely.
You know, rifles aren't light. They have a little bit longer length of pull. You know, it's backpacks and clothing. There's not a lot out there currently for females, but that's changing. Are we going to see kind of how you set up for a match and
absolutely. I that's one of the things I want to do. I don't want this to be like a gear review thing. You know, there's a million gear reviews out there. We've all seen them all. I want this to be more like a customized, like, hey, here's a gear review that everybody and their dog has done, but let's do this for girls. What works for us? We're littler, we're smaller. You know, I'd love to say that I'm strong. In my head I am, but when it comes down to it, I'm not as strong as you. I'm sorry, it's just not.
You're definitely feistier than me.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt about that. But I want to show things like, hey, this is what I've learned, and I can do this with this because I'm smaller and I can fit into this. So there, you know, there might be some stages that are more beneficial to a female or a smaller statured person, but for the most part, I just want to help people out that are kind of on the fence about getting into this, or maybe they can practice at home and then decide to come out to the range. And hopefully this will also translate to children, you know, not just females, but young boys, young girls, people that all want to get into this. This could be something that will be helpful to them and give them a little push and nudge in the right direction.
Well, speaking about the growth of females into the sport, you know, I've heard of this secret group for female only that is somewhat new, talking about all kinds of different topics. But what would you think is the most common objective for females getting into the sport?
That's kind of a hard question. First of all, how do you know about this secret group? Because I thought it was females only, but apparently it can't be that secret. Biggest objective, I think, is intimidation. I think females in general are intimidated. This group that you speak of was actually started by Regina Milkovich, who is the top long-range shooter in the nation right now. Amazing girl, great friend of mine. And she came up with this idea, and it was brilliant of her. She is also trying to grow the sport and get more precision shooters into this, and that's exactly what she's doing. So she's added all these people, and every day there's kind of a new topic of discussion. What would you do in this situation? At the range, if this happens, what would you do? So it's been really cool, and she's gotten a lot of new people that are maybe in different gun modalities. She's gotten some pistol people, this and that, but she's also gotten a lot of girls that are just kind of like on the brink of like, oh, I'm really interested, getting really involved and getting very interactive with this, and I think that's really helping them to get into it. I just did the NRL shoot in North Carolina, right. And there is a girl named Sarah that I met there. She was awesome. Her husband doesn't shoot at all. She has a son who wanted to get into hunting, and so that made her want to go, well, I want to learn a little bit more about precision rifle. So she got involved, and she's all in now. She was at the shoot. She knew more than most girls I know that have been shooting for years knew about her gun, her scope. It was amazing. And this group on Facebook that we have, this little private group that's not so private, I guess, it's really encouraging a lot of females to get into it, which is awesome. That's what we want. We want to encourage the growth of rifle, but especially with females. Let's get out there.
Yes, absolutely. We want to see more females out there, including you ladies that are watching this. For the ladies that are watching this, like you said, just get out there. It's like the same thing we tell the dudes, the guys, is just get out there and make it happen. It doesn't matter if you're, score very last, or if you come in the middle, or if you come in the top. You never know where you're going to be unless you try, right?
Absolutely.
And speaking of trying and the growth of the sport, Janae is a mom. She does have a beautiful family, and part of that family is going to be a part of your show?
Absolutely, I would hope so. My 12-year-old, 9-year-old are actually competitively shooting now.
You guys want to come up and say hi?
Yeah. You've been dancing in the background for 20 minutes. So my oldest daughter, this is Tristan. She's 12 years old. And this is my middle daughter. Her name is 7, not to be confused with her age. She's 9 years old, but her name is 7, like the number.
So what do you girls love about shooting?
I feel like it's fun, and it's cool that my parents are teaching me, and they're really good coaches.
I think it's really cool because I get to spend more time with my family when I'm shooting, and they get to teach me, not some other people that I don't even know when I first meet them. And I can shoot because I love to shoot.
Nice. Now, don't feel bad, but I'm going to ask you guys a really hard question, all right? Mm-hmm. Who's a better shooter, mom or dad?
Oh.
Oh!
That's all right. That's me.
Dad.
Oh, wow. Ouch.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've beat him a couple times, but guess
You're
what?
a better baker than Dad.
Oh, I'm better at baking. That's perfect. He's beat me more times than I've beaten him. So.
And you're better with words.
Okay, yeah, I can spell better. Let's change that this year. I'm gonna kick his butt.
Yeah.
Actually, if you've been following Janae's shooting career over the past 6 months, a year, she's grown tremendously in the sport. And she has beaten her husband quite a few times, and I believe there's going to be a lot more of that to come this coming year. And
me too.
These two young ladies are out there competing in the NRL 22, and you girls are kicking butt.
Yes,
you girls are having fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Love your confidence.
So tell everybody out there so they could check you guys out. What's your guys' Instagram so they can watch you guys shoot and follow your guys' shooting career?
3 shooting sisters. Public. So you can video on it.
Our little sister's in it too.
Yeah, she's kind of a brat sometimes. That's okay.
Don't tell her you said that though.
Awesome. So guys, you can find out more and check out more about Janae's Got a Gun on the Precision Rifle channel, Instagram, Facebook. All the links will be down below. Janae, it's been a total pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
We're super excited to watch it. I know my better half is going to be watching, getting some pointers and helping out and whatnot. And we're very excited to see you young ladies having fun out there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.